flame discharge or that. We can pretty much do both. So since we have modifications, it deals 2, so let's do 2 here. Deals 4. Let's kill that as well and deal extra 2 damage. Pretty good. Let's put that here. Nice. And that's game. It was too tough for them. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing a Brew deck that revolves around enchantments that make lands indestructible. It's a standard best of 1 list with average converted mana cost 2.3, 28 non-creatures, 8 creatures, and 24 lands. Now, today we are playing like a deck that nobody plays. I looked at the cards a while back and I wanted to play them. I wanted to put them together and I wanted to make a Brew deck to play these cards basically because they're fun. They're fun cards. The idea behind them is fun. So this is what we came up with. And those 2 cards are Crackling Emergence and Harmonious Emergence. These cards basically say enchant land you control. Enchanted land is a 3/3 red spirit creature with haste. It's still a land. If enchanted land would be destroyed, instead sacrifice Crackling Emergence and that land gains indestructible until end of turn. So basically these enchantments, they make you a land. They make you a land creature, and if that creature was to be destroyed, your enchantments get sacrificed instead. The land gains indestructible and the land goes back and becomes just a land. It's not a creature anymore. The other one makes a 4/5 green spirit creature with vigilance and haste. The first one only haste, the second one makes vigilance for 4 mana, and it has the same idea behind it. So we put it in a shell, we utilized a couple of mechanics over here, and let's break it down for you guys. First, we start with Generous Visitor. You've probably seen this card a lot. It's mostly played in Naya runes or anything that has to do with enchantments / runes. Selesnya as well. Very good card. Very 1 mana, 1 drop, very good, excuse me, 1 drop to play here, and it fits within the theme of the deck very well. Also, we have Flame Discharge. Flame Discharge says deal X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control the modified creature as you cast the spell, it deals X plus 2 damage instead. So, modifications are equipment, auras you control, and counters are modifications. So since these make the land into a creature and they're attaching themselves onto that land, they're a form of modification. They're auras, so we utilize the modification mechanic within this deck as well. So these cards, this card here and this card here, there are removal cards within the deck. Very good. X can be pretty much anything. You can even utilize your lands to make, just make X a little bigger. So if you had a Crackling Emergence attached to a land, for example, you can tap that land and contribute to the mana. Very good. Also, we have March of Reckless Joy. This is our refuel card. This is our draw card. This is my first time playing this card, and it's been pretty good. It basically says exile the top X card of your library, and you may play up to 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. And you can also exile like a red spell from your hand for X to be 2 as well. So very good card. It's our draw card. It played a very good role over here, and it played an important role as well of refueling our hand, because within the Brew colors you tend to kind of lose value a lot more than your opponent, so you need something that refuels your hand so you can stay in the game and still apply pressure, still have things to play. We get the Crackling Emergence. We talked about this card already. We get the Kami's Flare. Kami's Flare says deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. It's an instant for 2 mana. Also deal 2 damage to that permanent's controller if you control a modified creature. So you deal 3 damage to any creature or any planeswalker. And if you control something that's modified or something that's attached, you deal 2 damage to your to that permanent's controller, which is pretty good. Also get to Emergent Sequence. Emergent Sequence over here, or any form of ramp to be exact, is very important because let's say you're playing this on turn 2, your creature is going to come in tapped. Let's say you play this on turn 4, your creature is going to come in tapped. So if you if you ramp up and you play this on turn 4, let's say, but you have 5 mana, your creature is going to come in untapped, which is very important. Also, we're ramping up because we utilize a lot of other things, right? We have invoke the ancients here. We need the ramp within the deck. You desperately need the ramp within the deck because you want to keep your creatures or keep your attached lands untapped in order for you to block, in order for you to attack, many things. So we need ramp, and 2 mana, good form of ramp. It makes it into a creature as well, so we can utilize that as well. Very good. I like it over here in this deck, and it's very important. Also, we have 2 ranger class here, mainly for the curve, and mainly if for it's an extension. For example, it's an extension. Let's say you have 4 here, right, and you have 4 generous visitor. Let's say you're opening up with the generous visitor, but you don't have any enchantment for turn 2. Well, you have an extension. Basically, it's a 2 mana enchantment that you can play it on curve, which is very important for a deck like this. It's very important to hit things on curve. So you play this on curve, and you gain value off of your visitor. Also, it puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature, on an attacking creature, and a +1/+1 counter is a modification, which is important within this deck. Then we move on to our 3 slot here, 3 drop slot. We have Kodama, the West Tree. My first time playing it, fits very well within the deck. It's very, very good actually. This is our 5th and 6th copy to basically ramp. Also, it gives trample. That's the very important clause here. You can make your creatures pretty big, your lands, I mean, but then what's the point of your getting chump blocked over and over? Well, this card gives them trample, which is very important to get in for that damage. And every time they deal damage, you get to ramp. You get to get a basic land from your deck and put it on the battlefield. So very important card. I would actually, if I had 4, I would play 4 and cut the invigorating hot springs, but I don't have 4, so 2 will have to do. And this card also, hot springs, it comes in with 4 +1/+1 counters. Modified creature you control have haste. Not that important because your lands already come in with haste, but it gets to modify something, which is a very important clause here. So we added 2 of these. It's an enchantment as well, which plays well with our visitor, especially on curve. So that's pretty good. We get to Harmonious Emergence. It's the better one, I guess, in my opinion at least. Mainly because it has vigilance, so you can play both roles. You can attack and defend, so pretty good. And then we get to Halana and Elena. Halana and Elena is insane, right? I mean, within the Gruul colors, and also it's insane within the deck because it opens up that modification clause again. It puts in +1/+1 counters. It gives haste. It's pretty good, and we can put +1/+1 counters on Halana herself, and then when she puts +1/+1 counters, she gives even more power. So you'll see within the gameplay what I'm talking about. They play a very good role within the deck. It's been a very important card. Then we finish it off with Invoke the Ancients. It basically creates you 2 creatures that are already modified, which is very good. We didn't really see it that much within the deck, or we didn't see it getting played within the deck, but I just know that the card synergizes well, right? And since we can easily play this card, why not involve it? Honestly, if you don't have this card, you can just go for Halana and Elena, just get away with it, or you can add something that involves more within the modification thing. If you don't have Invoke the Ancients, you can probably add that Skyscraper, that top end modification thing. It's pretty good. I like Invoke the Ancients. I've never really played it before, and I just find it to be a good fit within the deck, right? You create 2 creatures. You're going aggro here. You're kind of going aggro. Yeah, you have a game plan in mind, but you're trying to kill your opponent at the same time. You're not really mid-range. You're not control. You lose against those. You lose against board wipes. So you're trying to kill your opponent as fast as possible. And that's what the deck does. And to finish it off, we have these lands right here. You want as less tapped lands as possible. So that's why we only have 4 of the dual lands when it comes to Gruul. 2 pathways because I only have 2. 1 lair, 3 of these because this is the best legendary land within the Kamigawa set. It kills a artifact, it kills an enchantment, it also can kill a hive, a lair, it can kill a Hall of the Storm Giants. It plays a very important role here. So having 3 is not anything to be worried about, because you can play one as land and you can utilize the other 2. You're almost always guaranteed to have a use for this card within today's meta and today's ladder. Also, we have 2 of the red one, creates 2 creatures that we can later on modify, or boost up, or get big, or use as blockers. There's always a way to use this card as well. 5 mountains, 7 forests, mainly for the Invoke the Ancients, and that finishes it off for the deck today. It's been very fun. It's definitely something that's very fresh, something very, very different. Almost no one expects a deck like this, or no one expects to play against a deck like this. When they see Gruul, they think, oh, it's just Gruul aggro with a lot of haste and a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, we have haste. Yes, we're aggressive, but we're not like a creature heavy deck, if you know what I mean. We just utilize lands, we utilize modifications, we utilize a lot of things, and I feel like the deck has kind of a lot of answers, to be honest. Our removal is pretty good. Flame Discharge can remove stuff that are big. We have draw, we can survive, we can keep up with a lot of decks actually, and it's been very fun to play this deck. Very, very nice deck. I like it. And with that being said, if you guys enjoy the gameplay, let me know how it works out for you if you guys give it a try. Let me know what happens. If you don't give it a try, I mean, it's just fun to watch. It's guaranteed to be fun to watch. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys like the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you do. It'll be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you later with another video. Okay, bye. All right. Removal heavy. This is not the ideal hand that we want to see. Not at all, actually. I'll keep though. Sure. And a turn 1 play, okay. Man, 2 Kodamas, they're the only 2 in our deck. We have so many 4-ofs. Crazy. Crazy how slow our start has been. Let's kill that. Yeah, let's not let that happen. Play our own Kodama here. Faith-bound Judge. Yikes. Faith-bound Judge. So we pretty much have nothing going on for us. I think what I'm going to do here is just play March and actually take out the Kami's Flare here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah, let's just set it up. Maybe... yeah. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3... No. Sure, let's just pay 2. It's whatever. Let's just draw 2 cards. These are both pretty good. Very good cards. But I think I'm going to go for the Helana next turn. Cosmos Elixir. They get to draw. It's got Trample, which is pretty good. That's going to ramp us up. Sure, get a green source. Yeah, they're drawing a lot of cards now. That's okay. We can just kill that for sure. Alright. Do we kill that? Yeah. Let's play this. Let's get it down. Let's ramp some more. Let's get one more red source. Still have removal, pretty good. We unlocked our modifications basically, so these have extra value. Another veteran, that's fine. So the judge can attack now. One, two, three. It's not enough. It is not enough. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Yeah, it's got vigilance. You're supposed to attack. Let's get the draw here. Crackling Emergence. Alright. So, 3, sure. Let's put the +1/+1 counters on the Halana here. Let's play our Kodama. Everything has trample. Sure. Let's put that on the mountain here since it has indestructible. And let's attack with that. This is pretty good. Pretty explosive, isn't it? I mean, they're trying to gain that life, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Now, all we need is our Invoke the Ancients, I think it's called. Yeah, Invoke the Ancients. That's all we need here to finish it off. That's okay. That is okay. We've got removal cards. We can easily deal with that judge. They're not drawing any more lands. They're pretty done here. They're really done. Sure. Alright, that's pretty good. Flame Discharge or that. We can pretty much do both. So since we have modifications, it deals 2. So let's do 2 here. Deals 4. Let's kill that as well and deal extra 2 damage. Pretty good. Let's put that here. Nice. And that's game. It was too tough for them. It's just randomly generated. That's what it is. Like, what can you do? Yeah, have Tamio's safekeeping. Okay. All right. Well, we're curving out at least. That's something. If we can get in with some damage from a modified creature, Kodama can help us ramp. But it sucks to start with like literally 3 cards to play or 2 cards to play while they start with 7. Or however much, you know? This is the thing that I hate about this game, and this is probably the thing that is going to make me quit this game, is that it's not really up to skill, to be honest. No matter how well you make your deck, it's just The shuffle just screws you up. That's about it. I mean, okay. Yeah, can't even attack. So how come they're not playing snow? No Blizzard Brawl? Oh, they let it flip. Okay. Well, that's a very terrible idea for you. I guess we put that on Kodama? They can double block the Kodama here. Why did they let it flip like that? Maybe they have all spells in hand because they're not hitting lands. So that's pretty terrible for us. Yeah, they want to draw. They kill that. Of course. We definitely block the pack leader here. Oh, it's okay. Let him get in for that damage. Okay, we're racing, that's for sure. Green, green. Sure. Augur of Autumn. Do they really want to race us? No. So, what do we do in this case? You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's so random, it's insane. It's going to drive me crazy here. They're almost dead, but I haven't been having fun in this game, to be honest. If it wasn't for for them getting mana screwed a little, laid to rest. Mono green humans. Let's destroy that. Bro. I mean, that's all they can do. Okay. Just land after land after land after mulliganing to 5. I mean, what can you do, right? Why are they saving the Outland Liberator? I don't understand. Just land after land after land. Three Augur of Autumns. I mean, that way they don't gain life. And these don't flip. Yeah. What a weird pile. We're doing what we could with, you know, whatever we could. It's all up to their draw. That's game. I mean, we could have attacked with the Halana as well, but this has not been a fun game, to be honest. This is alright, I think. Yeah. We'll keep this. Land pass. Blue. Delver. Okay. Sure. We're curving out. That's going to be good. We're basically not going to attack with the mountain here. It's pretty lucky if they flip the Delver. They don't. Maybe they don't want to reveal it. Maybe it was a counterspell that they don't want to reveal. Mono blue. Looks like it. So next turn we have to play the Hot Springs, but that means we tap our mountain again, which is pretty bad. Yeah, they've got something. Yeah, they've got something for sure. It's a counterspell. I mean, what else could it be, right? We can attack and not play a... We can play a third drop next turn. Yeah, I think I like that idea better. We're also dealing damage, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to risk playing anything right now. I know they have something, so we have to be careful about that. It was just a gaze. I mean, it's always... The right play is to always play things on curve, and if they get countered, then oh well. I mean, if they have a counter spell, then they'll just go for it anyway. Spell Pierce. Yeah, they're flipping the Delver with the Otherworldly Gaze, for sure. Another Spell Pierce. Yeah. Spell Pierce is like our worst enemy. We literally can't play anything, but if we're racing, then so be it. They foretold, they have 1 mana open. Yeah, they can pretty much play whatever, you know? So I think in that case, we play Kodama to avoid the Spell Pierce here. Kodama helps us ramp as well, which is pretty good. This way we get kind of out of range from that Spell Pierce. We're also racing them, which is pretty good. If it's mono blue, they have probably like a ton of bounce. So we have to avoid playing non-creature spells as much as possible until they tap, basically. Tempted by the Orc. Okay. So since they tapped like that, we just play this on green. We play the Helana. We have to attack. We just have to. Since they're tapped though, done. Yeah, we just attack with that. Pressure their life points as much as possible. I think we play Helana next turn. Our opponent likes what we're doing. I like it too, but hopefully it works out. It's been working out so far, a little, you know. I've certainly done a lot of testing. You can't crew the hall just yet. We can kill the hall. I think that's what I'm going to do with the Bosijo here. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, they have to keep pressuring us here. Yep. Alright, let's skill their hall. I mean, we have to go for Helana here. And if they counter it, then so be it. We just have to race them here. They probably have that flash creature, right? They do have something. I mean, whether it's the otherworldly gazes or something here. But we have to pressure them as much as possible. Now we have a pretty good blocker for their Delver. 2 to the bottom, that's a good and a bad sign. Because now they can draw pretty much whatever they wanted. They can get lucky here. Fading Hope is terrible for us. That's mono blue. You already know. Our opponent is just killing us with just not being able to make one good decision to save their life. Okay. I mean, their draw has been pretty good. Counters, they have protection. They've had many ways to flip the Delver. It was never a problem. They have bounce. They have draw. They have a way to take our creature. You know, they've pretty much drawn way better than we did. Way better. But that's how it is, you know. We can. I mean, they've drawn the perfect card for our deck. The cheapest counter spell that can shut down our entire deck. Because we have a lot of things that cost X, you know? What's it going to be, opponent? So Halana has first strike, so you have to keep that in mind. Halana has first strike. Yeah, they probably do have something here. Okay. You see a guard approach. Sure. Yeah, see, we can't cast this because of the spell pierce here, so we're just going to cast the hot springs. Put the counter on Halana. They can't spell pierce that unless we tap, which we can tap for it. Counter target spell. Okay. That's fine, I'm guessing. March of Reckless Joy. They can counter that as well. So we're going to need 2. Yeah, let's just attack here. They have to take the block unless they bounce the forest. They take the block. That means no bounce, which is pretty good. Okay. Once they cast the Otherworldly Gaze, we tap. They're not casting the Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. I mean, they brought us down to 7 life with only the Delver of Secrets, but it's all thanks to the support that they've had, right? I mean, that's how the deck works. Are you still going to attack? Our opponent is kind of a maniac. Okay. They're not attacking. That's fine. Do we risk casting this? Not really. They have something. Is it the Otherworldly Gaze that's keeping priority like that? What could it be? Yeah, we go all in here for sure. Okay. It's the right play. We have to draw out all of their interactions. We have to do that before we play anything, just so we know, we get more information that way. Startle. Okay. Yeah, but you have to block the forest here. You can't kill Halana. Yeah, you still have to block it. You can't kill the Halana here like that. What a weird pile, huh? A lot of tempo. A lot. I don't think Startle is a good card necessarily. Good game indeed. Yeah, they have no answers. It's pretty good.